Spider-Man No Way Home is finally out and all 3 Spider-Man play in this movie. Today I wanted to prepare a ranking about which Spider-Man is the strongest among Tom Holland, Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man according to their achievements in movies. For the record, this video does not contain any spoiler from the movie. Although the Spider-Man's power is about the same, all of them bitten by different spiders. Because of that there can be differences between the powers they have. Then, first let's see which one is better in muscle strength. Tom Holland's Spider-Man managed to hold a 3,000 tons of ship for a moment. Of course I'm not saying he lifted 3,000 tons. Just he resisted that for a period of time. In Spider-Man Homecoming, he lifted falling building parts. If we look at Tony Stark's video records, Tom's Spider-Man can hold cars and buses without difficulty. Also he lifted one of the airplane bridges in the airport scene and it didn't seem like it was too hard for him. Airplane bridge is around 3 tons of weight. Spider-Man's achievements are so much by now. In Spider-Man Far From Home, he kept a falling building. Besides, he bent Winter Soldier's famous arm. However, none of these can be a match for Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man. He managed to stop a top-speed train. Here we are talking about huge power and it's probably way bigger achievement than holding a ferry. Plus, Tobey did it after an intense fight with Octavius. So even if he was tired and his webs slashed, he still held the train. For that, he must squeeze his hands with very high power and only that success can put him ahead of others. Then again in Spider-Man 2, he kept wall of a building being demolished. With only one arm, he was able to lift more than 10 people and MJ. And I'm not even counting his black suit. Because if that, his muscle power would have increased abnormally. Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man didn't show us as big achievements as others. He lifted a car or catch it easily. We didn't see that his muscle strength is bigger than Lizard. In general, he succeeded because of his reflex and agility. For me, the order will be like this: Tobey, Tom and Andrew. It's good to say it again, I made that order just according to their achievements in movies. Also if we look at age differences between them, Tom handled these despite his age. In resistance, again all of them have various gains. Tom Holland's Spider-Man resisted the superhero's power among them, handled Vulture's mechanic wings attack for a long time, survived from a collapsed building, survived after being hit by a train. Believe me, I don't even know how this happened. Mysterio's drones made that much attack and he got through all of them. Some old Spider-Man fans underestimate Tom Holland's character, but it's not easy to deal with that much drone. Also in the last battle his webs had run out but he again came out on top. Tobey's Spider-Man didn't get that much damage after explosion of a bomb near his face. Harry Osborn's face was injured even if he had Green Goblin's powers. Octavius's metal arms can break even metal, but Tobey's Spider-Man resisted that pressure. In the last fight of Spider-Man 3, he took Sandman's punches which weighed tons. Probably, a normal person would lose his life. At this point, we can say Tobey and Tom's resistance is equal. Both of them survived and fought after that much hit. Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man handled Lizard's strikes for some time. A bullet hit his leg and it affected him so much. Normally others were also getting damaged, but they did not struggle that much. We know Electro is so powerful, and he resisted his electricity for a while. Normally a person would have been toast in this voltage. Yes, Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man resisted so many things too, but we didn't see him getting hit as hard as others. Still we can't undervalue resisting Electro's frying blows. However, my guess is Tobey and Tom could handle it too. When we see their achievements in the resistance category, I would say Tom equals Tobey and bigger than Andrew. Anyway, Andrew had just 2 movies and normally he hadn't much chance to prove himself. For example, when we look at their intelligence, we know each of them did something on their own. Tom Holland's Spider-Man made his own spider web and web shooter. Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man designed a device that can throw web fluids which he took from Oscorp. Tobey's Spider-Man, on the other hand, can throw webs from his veins. Now you can think Tobey is better, but Tom's web shooter has more functions. Now when we look at their intellect, Tom Holland's Spider-Man is way more successful. Tom's Spider-Man can hack security walls and make his own high-tech suit. But we don't see Tobey doing such things in movies. Tom's Spider-Man rapidly found the strongest columns and attached them, made a plan in a moment, passed all drones and reached Mysterio. Andrew's Spider-Man made plans for not being affected by Electro's attacks. In the end, he figured it out by Gwen. I think in this category, Tom is the best. Then Andrew and then Tobey following. When we look at villains of the characters, Tobey's Spider-Man fought against Green Goblin, Octavius, Sandman, Venom and New Goblin. Technically, beat each of them in 1-by-1 battle. Tom's Spider-Man beat 2 heroes from Captain America's team at the same time. One against Vulture and his alien tech without any help. Fought against hundreds of drones and won. Even fought against Thanos and handled him for a few minutes. Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man battled against Lizard, Electro, Green Goblin and Rhino. Technically, Tom's battles were much harder. Electro is one of the most powerful villains and Andrew was the one who stopped him. But he got help in doing so and he would lose if he didn't. Tom's Spider-Man is the most successful character again. It is very hard to tell which one is best using spider senses. Because we know all of them use it so well in their best form. Tobey's Spider-Man can use it from the very beginning. Andrew had reflex to avoid Electro's attacks. Tom's Spider-Man won against illusion-making drones. So we can say all of them are equal in spider sensibilities. Now, the final arrangement will be like this. In strength, Tobey Maguire, Tom Holland and Andrew Garfield. In intelligence, Tom, Andrew and Tobey. In resistance, Tom and Tobey are equal and better than Andrew. I normally don't ask to like and subscribe, but your likes are very important for our channel's growth. So if you want more videos like this, please consider subscribing.